Have you ever felt your energy slowly draining away, like you're running at full speed on an endless treadmill, but not to build your own life, instead just to serve someone else's expectations and desires? Ever asked yourself why you're getting more and more exhausted, yet at the end of the day, you're left with nothing but emptiness? Marcus Aurelius, one of Rome's greatest emperors, once faced this very question. Every night, amidst absolute power and endless glory, he didn't write about victories, wealth, or dominance. Instead, he wrote about the harsh truths of human nature. One of the toughest realities he discovered was this: many men lose themselves because of women. It's not because love itself is wrong, or because women are dangerous. What Marcus Aurelius truly despised was weakness, the desperate dependence on desires and endless expectations. When you give away your identity to someone else, your life becomes nothing more than a shadow, aimless, passionless, and trapped. It's like a man who gives up his dream of starting a business because he's afraid of disappointing his girlfriend. Years later, he looks back and realizes his life has become meaningless, filled only with exhaustion and regret. When you surrender yourself to someone else, you're condemned to a hollow existence, without purpose, without passion, without freedom. If you're feeling drained and worn out from chasing those endless expectations, now is the time to stop. This is your wake-up call, your moment to reclaim who you truly are, not to live as someone's puppet, but to finally live a life that's genuinely yours. 1. The vicious cycle of modern-day slavery. Marcus Aurelius recognized a harsh truth, a truth many men refuse to admit. They have turned themselves into disguised slaves, trading their freedom for fleeting approval and temporary affection. Men work tirelessly, grinding away their youth for what? Not genuine power or building something meaningful, but simply chasing temporary pleasures, empty luxuries and shallow experiences aimed at impressing someone they're terrified of losing. They've made themselves prisoners of expensive material possessions, trapped by bills they must pay with precious years of their lives. As Aurelius once said, he enslaves himself to possessions and the desires of others, instead of living a life of true freedom. And this cycle never stops. They work 80-hour weeks, forcing themselves into lives they secretly resent. Everything they buy, the fancy cars, designer clothes, lavish dinners, none of it is truly for themselves. It's all to please someone who might abandon them at any moment. They're paying the highest price imaginable for fragile affection that's never guaranteed. That's not love. It's hidden dependency, a dark spiral, a comfortable trap. With clear, brutal honesty, Aurelius reminds us, don't let weakness control your life. Don't become a victim of your misguided desires. In the end, loneliness isn't the scariest thing. Losing yourself is. 2. The fear of loneliness and judgment. What do people fear most? It's not failure or poverty. The deepest fear is loneliness and the judgmental gaze of others. Marcus Aurelius recognized this over 2,000 years ago. Many men would rather choose weakness, endure toxic relationships, and sacrifice their own happiness just to avoid being alone. Think of the man who marries someone he doesn't truly love because he can't handle family pressure or judgmental looks from friends questioning why he's still single. He's trapped in an empty relationship, chained by the anxiety of what society might think. Men sacrifice their values, character, and even dreams, all because they fear criticism from family, friends, or strangers around them. Aurelius put it clearly: everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the absolute truth. The bitter truth is, When a man starts living according to others' opinions, his life no longer belongs to him. He has lost control of his destiny and become a puppet, willingly handing the strings over to others. Human nature itself isn't scary. What's terrifying is living a life that isn't yours, pretending and performing simply to please society. At that point, what you truly fear isn't loneliness. It's facing who you really are, the person you've abandoned long ago. Marcus Aurelius didn't warn us to isolate ourselves, but to wake us up. Only by embracing loneliness can you genuinely master your life. Only by letting go of the fear of judgment can you finally become truly free. Third, wasted energy and the purpose of life. Marcus Aurelius believed deeply that masculine energy is a sacred power, a gift intended for building, conquering, and creating greatness. Yet he saw countless men wasting this precious strength on meaningless pursuits, frivolous distractions, and endless cycles of jealousy and despair. Instead of building empires or creating real value, they spent hours every day fighting pointless battles, chasing toxic relationships, or desperately seeking attention from people who don't genuinely care, like the man who spends sleepless nights obsessing over his ex on social media, rather than using that time to better himself. Marcus Aurelius put it bluntly: don't waste what remains of your life thinking about others, unless it's to help them. Every second spent envying others, every hour wasted begging for affection, every dollar spent chasing shallow approval comes at a bitter cost. Because in doing so, these men sacrifice the time, effort, and potential to build something truly meaningful for themselves. The price of this weakness isn't small. It isn't just lost money or wasted time. It's the loss of purpose itself. It's the tragedy of never becoming the person they were meant to be. Aurelius emphasized that life is limited, energy is limited. Don't drain yourself pursuing meaningless things. Only by focusing your energy on mastering and building yourself can you live a life truly worth living, a life of greatness, not for others, but for your own fulfillment. The power of letting go and self-discipline. Marcus Aurelius had a simple, clear, yet fiercely powerful answer for what defines a man's true strength: mastering solitude and finding power through self-discipline. True happiness, according to Aurelius, never comes from possessing someone else. It's not about getting approval from others, nor is it about having control over external circumstances. True happiness lies solely in your ability to control yourself. Aurelius once stated with cold clarity, "You have power only over your own mind, not over external events. Realize this, and you will find true strength." Too many men wrongly believe their strength lies in possessing, controlling, or pleasing others. Consider a man who obsessively tries to control his girlfriend, constantly questioning and doubting her, only to realize that the harder he grips, the more he loses himself. They get trapped in an endless game, failing to recognize they're desperately holding on to things that were never truly theirs. They lose themselves to the weakness of meaningless desires, rather than mastering their own emotions, urges, and fears. The strongest man isn't the one who controls women, nor the one who wins petty battles for affection. The strongest man is the one who conquers himself, the one who can stand firm in solitude, let go of shallow desires, and control himself with iron discipline. Once you've mastered yourself, life stops being an exhausting chase and becomes a journey inward toward genuine peace, where true strength is waiting. The worst pain a human can experience doesn't come from poverty, failure, or stumbling along life's path. It comes from emptiness, the deep, hollow void inside that many desperately try to fill with shallow, meaningless distractions. People chase fleeting joy and extravagant possessions, superficial pleasures, and temporary thrills, failing to realize that the more they try to fill this void, the emptier they become. What they're chasing may seem glamorous, but in reality, it's slowly eating away at their core values. Men who parade their success through flashy images, money, and extravagant parties, surrounded by beautiful women, aren't building genuine connections. They're merely treating women as accessories to boost their ego, rather than seeking meaningful partners who can help them grow and succeed. When true worth is replaced by meaningless vanity, it's only a matter of time before their lives crumble. Marcus Aurelius once warned, "Focus only on what truly matters, and strongly reject what is meaningless." Those who waste their time and money chasing flashy, superficial achievements will eventually pay the highest price, the loss of their self-respect. In the end, when the glitter fades away, all that's left is an empty soul. Only by realizing that vanity is the most dangerous trap can we break free and discover real meaning in our lives. Will you remain trapped forever in a cycle of fear, dependency, and meaningless desires? Or will you stand up, take control, and shape your own destiny? This question isn't new, but it's the ultimate test every man faces. Life constantly demands a choice. Keep living in the shadows of empty expectations, toxic relationships, and weakness driven by fear of judgment, or step into the challenging yet powerful journey of self-mastery. If these words resonate deeply within you, don't stay idle. Don't wait. Waiting only prolongs dependence. Action is the only path to change. Make the decision right now. Marcus Aurelius said it best. Life waits for no one, and true power never lies in the hands of others, but always in your ability to master yourself. Don't let this message pass you by. Subscribe to the channel and share this video right now with someone who needs it. Someone caught in that vicious cycle, desperately seeking a way out. A small action today is the first step toward your own greatness. And remember, life only rewards those brave enough to master themselves. This is your defining moment. Don't miss your chance to take control of your destiny.